Hey y'all, welcome to Shawnee's World. This is a vlog about nursing, about language learning, about my life in general. So in this video today, we're going to be talking about my nursing experience. It's been a while since I have made a nursing video. I believe the last time I made a video, I was like 7 years ago. And at that time in my life, my son was almost a year and a half and I had just finished nursing school. I also had just passed my NCLEX and I haven't made a video since about my nursing career. So you guys have no idea what's been going on with me since I last made that video. Well, I'm going to talk to you about that experience because going forward, my videos will be about nursing, language learning, and my life. So we will have, when it comes to nursing, I'll try to talk about my career. I won't talk about specifics. I can't even say the word. I won't get personal about the cases or things that I see necessarily. So, because I don't want to make any type of HIPAA violations or anything like that. So it'll be very general. And this will be about my experience spanning over 7 years. So I will try to give advice to new nurses. I will try to give advice to experienced nurses as much as I can. And you know, just things that I've learned along the way. I mean, 7 years is a long time, and I remember entering into my first nursing job and scared and frightened and just thinking of, I have so much responsibility. There's so much that, you know, I don't know. And I was a little less confident. I mean, when you go to nursing school, you go to school to learn how to take care of every type of patient, but you focus on the patients in the hospital. And we did do a rotation in long-term care, but that was in the very beginning. That was, you know, learning how to do bed baths, learning how to feed, you know, things that are like very fundamental nursing skills. So when I started out, I wanted to be in the hospital, but that didn't work. That didn't happen for me. Like, you know, I had to start out in a long-term care facility, and in a long-term care facility, you have more patients. You don't always get a chance to do a thorough head-to-toe assessment. And, you know, there are skin assessment days. There's other things you have to juggle. So I'll get into all of that soon in another video. But for now, I just want to tell you guys where I've been in these last 7 years in my career. So I've worked in skilled nursing and long-term care, which some people just know it as a nursing home. I've also worked in long-term acute care, and that's in hospital, but it's for long-term and it's for patients that have multiple comorbidities, but they're too sick to go to a nursing home or home, but they've already stayed as many days as they could in a short-term acute care facility, which is more like your typical hospitals you see that are up. And I'm saying this for nurses that either don't know or for people that are not nurses or in the medical field that are watching my channel or watching this video. Just kind of explaining, or nursing students, because I didn't know anything about a long-term acute care hospital when I was in nursing school. So typically, you know, they always say it's the sickest of the sick. I had a lot of wound care experience, taking care of patients on ventilators. There was an ICU. So it was pretty much like a short-term acute care hospital. Only difference was our patients were there longer. So, and then from there, I went to a short-term acute care hospital where I did med-surg. I was there for about 3 years in med-surg at a short-term acute care hospital. And then I went into maternity, where I worked in the special care nursery, and I worked in postpartum. And I recently accepted a position in home health, which is I am a RN case manager. So that's a little different than everything else that I've done before. So it's a new experience for me, and I'm excited to learn about it. And if you see me glancing over, I'm trying to stay on topic, and so I make notes, which is really good because I am a rambler. If you know me outside of YouTube or in person, like, you know, I can talk. So I don't want this video to be super long, but so anyway, I'm looking this way because I have notes over here. So now I am an RN case manager, and actually I am in orientation right now. And that is why my background is different from my other videos, because I'm in a hotel. So So this area of nursing is new to me. I am somewhat familiar of what an RN case manager does, but I've never done it before in my career. I just know what they do because of discharge planning when I was in the short-term acute care hospital. And I also discharged people home where they had to have their home care services set up, and they had a number to call, and they'll see you within 24 to 48 hours. Well, now that is not that they will be seeing in 24 to 48 hours. So why did I choose home care? Well, first of all, you see how I did my face like that? That's what a lot of people seem to think about home care in general, but not a lot of people. It's very general, so it might be a very small fraction of people. However, I chose home care because one, for the flexibility in the scheduling and my family needs. Right now, I needed to have something a little bit more flexible, and I want to be at home at night with my kids. I want to wake up with them in the morning, getting them ready for school. I want us to be home for the most part on the weekends and the evenings, and I just kind of want to get us all on the same schedule. I like home care because of the one-on-one patient care. So I am looking forward to being able to focus on one patient for a set amount of time, to teach them, to educate, to perform the skills that I've learned all this whole time I've been a nurse, and to also teach it to the patient, if it's necessary. I also am looking forward to learning the role as a case manager, because it's not just me just going into the home doing nursing skills. Like, I'm actually going to be managing this patient's, whole experience with the agency that I'm working with. So that's new for me, and I'm excited to do that. So there's so much to learn in nursing, so much that it could be very easy to think that it's either hospital nursing or you don't have a nursing career. That is not the case. I'm very fortunate to have had nursing instructors, throughout my ADN program that not only did well to instruct us on how to become nurses, but also to let us know that it's not limited to bedside nursing. And even though home care is not necessarily not bedside nursing, it is another facet of nursing that is just as important, especially the way our healthcare system is moving more towards managing the patient outside of the hospital. So, but yeah, I won't go into those details. I am also in school for my BSN. So I've learned a lot about how our healthcare system works from the point of a nurse. So it's a lot to learn. So I'll talk about the BSN and managing that and where I'm at with my educational goals right now. But I will tell you that I am stopping at my BSN, and that might seem a little premature, but my focus, my goals right now are not in line with me going further in my nursing education. So I'll talk about that too on another video. So there's so much to nursing. I can tell you in my 7 years of experience, I've only been burnt out or felt burnt out twice in my career. And each time I've been revived. And when I say revived, meaning that I've had some type of epiphany or did some type of job change to make me realize nursing is where I was meant to be. So, which again, that'll be another video. There's a lot of topics to talk about with nursing that doesn't have to do with patient care or, getting into the specifics of how, the disease process works and the symptoms and all that stuff. That's important too. But, a lot of times I think we forget about the actual person. I feel like sometimes when I go into a healthcare arena, I feel like I have to be tough. I feel like I have to know what the doctor is saying or talking about every single time because I am a nurse. Or sometimes they don't even explain things because they're like, oh, you're a nurse. I'm like, okay, yes, but this is not my area. I need you to explain it to me in a way that I can understand. And yes, you can use some medical jargon, but I need you to break it down so I can understand it, and then I can translate it later, if I need to. So anyways, but yeah, I switched jobs for very specific reasons. So I thought I counted up how many jobs I've had since I became a nurse, which I am blessed and fortunate to have been employed from the moment I well, not the moment, but from the time when I received my license, I was employed 2 weeks later, and I've been employed ever since. I've never had a gap in my employment history, and I'm not bragging. I'm just simply saying that I'm very blessed and fortunate to have had a job all 7 of the years that I've been a nurse, because at one point it was tough to get into a hospital. It was tough to get into long-term acute care. It was tough to get into even the nursing homes. So without at least 6 months to a year of experience, that was the key. So I'm very fortunate, so I switched jobs for very specific reasons. I am not a job hopper by no means. I switched jobs for either better pay or better opportunities, better chances for advancement, back when I was a little bit more ambitious than what I am now, as far as in my nursing career. I also switched jobs for the experience. I switched from the nursing home to long-term acute care for the acute care experience, and then I eventually switched to a hospital system for more of acute care, but short-term acute care experience. And then I switched specialties because I wanted to specialize. I had a whole vision of how I saw myself progressing in nursing, and that has since changed too. But so those are the reasons why I switched jobs, and now I'm switching jobs because of my family needs. Like I said, we don't talk enough about the nurse as a person, as a mom who wears, or not even just a mom, just a person who wears many different hats. We don't talk about that person and how does she juggle, seeing, life enter into the world and caring for a sick baby, or, taking care of somebody's loved one who is, critically ill, or, people going through surgeries. We don't talk about how we handle all of that. I mean, that's a lot to handle for one person. And in each room that I go into, I have to, in one room, the person might have just found out they had cancer, or they have some other chronic disease that they just found out and are scared. And then I might have to go into another room where, they're celebrating being, cancer free, or, or they're just excited because so-and-so just had a baby, or, so it's kind of like you go through these, you go from being sad and empathizing with your patient to, being happy for your patient. Then you go from being happy to now you have an angry patient, and now you got to figure out how to calm them down. And, and sometimes you do take the brunt of their anger, and it's not necessarily directed towards you, the nurse, but, they could be mad about their situation. They're also juggling, home and, finances, and what their sickness or what their hospitalization means for them. So to make a long story short, I feel like sometimes, in these nursing vlogs, we don't always talk about the nurse and how, she handles it, as well as what all she's going through, because, we're humans too, and we struggle a lot. We're not, superhuman, where we don't suffer from depression, anxiety, mom guilt, sickness ourselves. And I'm just talking from my standpoint. And so, but I will definitely go into detail about all of that again in another video. However, this video was just about my experience as a nurse, because the content that I'm going to start putting out when I don't put out my other types of videos is going to be about nursing. So I'm switching jobs for this scheduling and to be there more for my family, and so I can be the ideal mom that I want to be for my kids. And in a perfect world, I would be, a stay-at-home mom, and I would work PRN, and my husband would make all the income and everything would be great. But that's just not how it is, especially in today's world where, 2 incomes are often better than one. So that is where I am right now in my career. I'm happy to be making this new job change. It was not easy. My coworkers that I left at the hospital, I have grown close to. I've had, I've made friends. Like, I don't, I'm a talkative person, but I don't make friends easily, which is really weird. But I'm very nice. I get along with everybody, but for some reason, I don't make friends easily. But at this last job, I've made, a couple good friends, or a few good friends, and that I talk to and everything. So it's pretty cool. Shout out to y'all. But anyways, but my family and I are very happy for me to embark on this new adventure with home health. And I'm hoping that this is where I will be until my kids are graduated and, maybe beyond. I don't know what the future holds for me, but for right now, this is what I see for being the best for us. So I wanted to talk with my subscribers. I have a lot of you guys. I have 155 subscribers, and I know some of you guys were with me in the beginning when I went through my pregnancy vlogs and raising MJ and my wedding and all of that stuff. So I don't know how many of you guys are still active, but definitely I want to talk to you guys. So comment below, and if you are a nurse or a nursing assistant or anything in the medical field, tell me what you do. Tell me what area of nursing you're working in, and let's get to know each other a little bit better. I am looking forward to reconnecting with you guys. I'm looking forward to connecting with my new subscribers, and I want to be a social presence here on YouTube as well as on my Instagram, which is Shani_BK, and then also I am my Twitter, Mrs. Kale. See how much I'm on Twitter, but I will put it over here somewhere in this video because I don't know how I'm gonna end up editing in this video. But I will put my links to my Twitter and my Instagram down below, so you guys can follow me. Also, if you guys have kids, my sons are on YouTube right now. With the job change and everything that we've been going through, we are slowly but surely recording, and we're going to be uploading, and eventually I'm going to get a set recording schedule and upload schedule. So bear with us, but we're getting our channels up and going. And so yeah, they are the Kale Brothers. I will link them down below. They're the Kale Brothers, and they're silly. So I'm hoping to catch some more of their candid moments, but recording is new for them. So, and MJ, he gets a kick out of seeing videos from before he was born, and when I was pregnant with him, and when he was little and things like that. So anyways, I'll stop rambling and let you guys go. I have to remember to look into the camera. I've been doing a lot of research lately, so I'm trying to, like I said, put out better content. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, thumbs up this video, and welcome to my world, guys. It's gonna be a wild ride.